So I need to resolve the feeling of importance once and for all. I wrote about it. I've written about it like three times at this point. I wrote about it. Why do you do what you do? What do you do what you do? I still don't even remember the name of that one. I wrote about the reasons yours to go, and then I wrote about the last one. I struggled with the feeling of importance. I've also recorded a podcast episode on it. But somehow, I don't still feel like it's been resolved. And I just felt like I wanted to write something recently, but I haven't just I just had to clear this one off my mind before I write anything else. So now I just need to resolve that feeling within me. I just need to, and for me, this is my own form of therapy. I would release this, but I would not market this. I would not post it anywhere. If you find it, you find it. If you listen to this right now, consider yourself a super fan because you found it, I guess. So it's like the feeling never really goes away, this the feeling of struggling, like what you're actually doing, And the thing is that it happens to everyone. Everyone is trying to find their place in the world. Everyone is trying to get that feeling of importance from something. And it's like the feeling never really goes away. So me trying to say, I even talked about this. I literally talked about this, but honestly, I just don't feel like it has been resolved within me. So there was it yesterday or like 2 days ago, I was listening to music, and it just made me enter into the spiral that wants me to literally resolve this at this point right now. Is that I was listening to the music and wow, beautiful music. The message was good, like what we were trying to say and everything. Lyrics, beautiful music, and the beat is the beat that just the beat is heavenly. It's heavenly. It's heavenly. I don't like to you. Crazy production on that music. It's actually Lane Boy. Lane Boy by 21 Pilots is on that Blurry Face album, 2015. I think like track 6 or track 7. I can't remember the number track, but you find it. You find it. It's very very nice. The whole album is just very nice. Honestly, I won't lie to you. From Polarized to Lane Boy, but Lane Boy is one that just got me. Lane Boy is one that got me. And I was thinking, I was like, the message of the song itself is, discovering uncharted territory. The lyrics goes like, they say we should stay in your lane, boy, stay in your lane, boy, but we go where we want to, and that what they're trying to say is that people are trying to put fit inside this box. I think that's this main theme of the whole album itself, from stressed out to polarize, to heavy dirty soul and all this other tracks. That people are trying to fit in a box, but you like people are trying to tell us to fit in a box, but we're just doing anything we want to do, you know. And the message was resonating with me normally, but then the beat was like, keep in mind this song was like 2015, so it's like 9 years ago when I was really feeling it. I was really feeling it. I was really feeling the song like it was, and I was thinking about it like how many people and what made me get my resolve right now. What made me like close the chapter of the feeling of importance was what I realized was that how many people would listen to my podcast in the next 9 years and it to resolve an issue for them or to bring closure to them or to expand their mind. And if that was just the end of it, it made me I stopped thinking about the views, the listeners, the metrics and everything. Like it all didn't matter because I know that I'm immortalizing myself here. I'm immortalizing what I've learned. And in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years, people are going to stumble upon it and it's going to make a whole lot of sense. It's going to help people and all that and all this. And that was what really closed the chapter of the feeling of importance for me. Like that was just the end. Basically. Just the idea that it's okay, let me get the whole framework clear so you understand what I mean. The idea that your feeling of importance will be tied to something. Let's say your feeling of importance is tied to your work. Well, let's say you're a medical doctor. Your feeling of importance is tied to your work, or you're a researcher, you're a scientist, and you've been trying to discover like cure to disease. Let's say the person that started to discover the cure for cancer, people that are working on the cure for cancer. I don't think there's a cure for cancer, I'm not sure, right? And they all die, they all move on 20, 50 years later in life, and they feel like they didn't achieve anything, they wasted their life. But in a few years later, in how many years later until they discover the cure, that somebody stumbles upon their research, works on it, and actually develops a cure. And he can now trace back that cure based on what somebody used their life for 50 years ago to discover and everything. And in that idea, would you think that you were not important? You were important. You didn't just realize that importance stretches out in the long run. You won't just think that, okay, I released something today and I'm important today. I released the podcast today and you just expect it to just blow up today. No, it doesn't work that way. Like your feeling of your importance is going to last over the course of human history. People might listen to your podcast, people might even watch your YouTube video in the next 300 years if YouTube still even exists, if the database still, the record still exists. You know, so you might tell your feeling of importance to this generation, but what about the next? What about the next 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 years? You're not tying your feeling of importance to that. You're just tying to maybe the next few months. If it didn't blow up in the next few months, then it's shit. And when you think about it like that, you see how it ends the debate immediately. That anything you release into the world, you're automatically immortalized, no matter how people perceive it, because someone is always going to like it in a very, very, very distant future, in a very, very near future. You never really know. And that's the thing. As long as it's out there, as long as you've done your own bidding, that should be what matters to you. And I think that was what just wanted to make me clear of the feeling of importance. That was like the last straw of the feeling of importance. This should probably even just be like the episode should just be like feeling of importance extended. But now, I want this series. It's even turned to a series, no, just talking about random stuff that I couldn't process into writing. So I was just turning to a series for the super fans that that listen to my podcast that have their notifications on, anywhere. Is it on YouTube? Is it on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer? The podcast is on Deezer now, actually. So Deezer, I put it on Deezer and iHeartRadio some time ago, like this week though, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So if you listen there, then that's very good for you. So I was supposed to write these complex of a thoughts. I'm reading from my script because I have to. Also, I won't forget what I'm saying. I was supposed to write this, but it's too complex of a thought. It's just too many emotions, and I just had to record it. I had to say it. I had to share it to you guys. So it's repetitive because I don't want to write like four writings on the same stuff. And people just be like, oh, I read this, I read this, I read that. That's another thing of sharing stuff. So people be like, I've read it. No, nobody's giving me feedback. Nobody's telling me that, bro, I've read this shit a million times, but it's just in my mind. It's just in my mind. I'm thinking about the listeners. I'm thinking about the readers. I'm thinking about you guys. So you guys are like very close to my heart. Anything I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to like, how would the listeners get this? How would the readers get this? How would the viewers get this? Because videos too. Sure. So that's basically it. Also an update. I'm trying to upload there are two episodes I have from like the video escapes or whatever. So I realized I can actually upload the video. Thank God I haven't deleted them because I'm on my laptop. So right now I'm uploading them to my podcast distribution. So if you I don't know if Apple Podcasts you can watch video podcast there, but I know Spotify can do it. So the videos on YouTube normally, but I'm also uploading to Spotify and all that stuff. So you can check it out there if it uploads, if it's done. If it's done, it's done. If it's not done, then I'm sorry guys. Sure, but that's it. So this series is just going to be between me and you. Just it's a low key kind of vibe between me and you. No podcast, no art. I was thinking the art to be just like a black screen. I don't know. I'm a black person. I just like black. It's not my favorite color, but I just like black. I don't know why. It fits the mood of being deep or serious. Just black, the logo by the bottom right, and then I was thinking that for each episode I'll just add like a painting of a color to it. I don't know. It makes sense to me, sure. But this episode does like a black one, and then the name will still be untitled, and I'll just put the length of the podcast as the name. That will be it, basically. So for this series, no promotion, no discussion. I'm not going to talk about it anywhere. No video about it. No writing about it. It's like as if it never happened. But people that stumble upon it, then this is the Easter egg, I guess. Sure. And if probably people that have that notification on, they will see it for sure. But I'll drop it at the most weirdest time. I'll be dropping it around midnight, like 12 p.m. Like 12 a.m. Sorry, like 12 a.m. Any of these episodes will drop at 12 a.m. I won't drop like the normal afternoon. Everybody will see it. So If you stumble upon it, if you listen to this, then good luck to you. And then I've also been thinking about my latest piece, Focus. I wrote about it on at this point on Sunday. I wrote about it on Sunday. I'm supposed to record a podcast about it. By the time you listen to this, I would have released the podcast. I would make sure that this podcast comes after this, after the focus one. So I just been doing out. I was doing trying to hack the focus mechanism. So you can also check that out. Check that out. It should probably be released by the time you listen to this. So and just the level of resolve. Okay, just what I wrote here. Let me just read it for you guys. I think it's just a level of resolve that you hold in your mind, thinking about your goals and the steps you need to take to reach that stage. That's where focus lies. Hmm. All I think about it, it makes sense. I think it's just a level of resolve that you hold in your mind. It's okay. There was this thing that I was struggling with. Now I'm struggling with the art of focus, and that's what I wrote about it, and that's why I'm doing a podcast about it. And then what I really used to help myself was is like you cut out all distractions, you cut out all the series you're watching and all the stuff you're reading and everything that is blocking your mind. I won't even say books because non-fictional books are like an aid to your life. It's not really an escape. If I'm reading like a book on subtle art of not giving a fuck or which book am I reading right now? How to win friends and influence people. Like if I'm reading that kind of book, it's not a fictional book, so it's not like if I'm escaping reality. I'm reading it and I'm taking notes of how to add this to my reality. So I won't say reading books is an escape or reading non-fictional books is not an escape, but fictional books, I don't know. Probably an escape, maybe, probably, I don't know. Sure, but you just clear all distractions, clear all everything, all the daydreaming and all the where you will be and all the Dubai and all the flexing with babes and all those stuff. Now. Clear that shit off your mind and think about all your goals. Think about everything you want to achieve. Just keep it in mind. Everything you want to achieve, where you want to be in the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, where you want to see yourself. You visualize it in your head. Think about all the actionable steps you need to do right now. All the things you need to do right now. Because I was thinking about this when I was like, I have to record my podcast. I have to record this one that I'm thinking about right now. I have to edit some stuff. I have to create some stuff. I have to do some stuff. And I was like, let's get into it. Let's get into it right now. And it's that level of resolve that keeps you in the art of focus. So it's not like as if you never get distracted. It's always like it's like everything we're talking about, self-improvement is a ever going journey. It's not like you just get it once and you just live life the best of the best throughout. It's more of like learning about it, falling, trying. And you won't get this level of resolve every time, but the time you get it, just run with it and always keep it in mind. 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 And at the point, it just be a part of you. You're just the kind of person that focuses on the work itself. No distractions, nothing, no running away from reality. Just get into work and put in that P. So that's just what I wanted to write. I'll probably talk about this on the focus podcast. Of course, I'm recording this before the episode. Sure. I just hope that you end up being a person that has an idea, a goal, a dream, but you don't just dream about it all day. You don't just think about where am I going to be and everything, but you're actually planning it. You're planning it, but you're not just planning it. You're not just writing plans and what you're going to do and where you're actually planning it and you're putting the work and you're getting it done. I just hope that you're that kind of person. And if you're not, then we can always work towards it. It's never too late for you to get your shit together. So yeah, guys, thank you for listening to our little secrets, and see you around.